it's super haunted, doesn't mean that every night you go there, something's going to happen.
Right.
Okay, it could be like 3 nights, nothing happens, and then 4th night, everything happens,
Right.
and then nothing happens for 2 weeks. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
And so to have people who are willing to keep it real and show you that, hey, we went here and we didn't find anything. That's refreshing.
Yeah,
You know,
it
it's refreshing in a world of the ghost adventures, and not just that, but the sea of YouTube channels that are basically
so many.
just fake outs.
Yeah.
That are just fake.
Yep. And like they do a lot of going to residential homes, going to people. People reach out to them and say, hey, I've got all this stuff going on. It's crazy. They come and they interview them, and they go in, and sometimes they're just like, yeah, we didn't find anything. Like, let us know if it keeps going, and like we might come back, you know, to see if another night it'll be active for us. But I mean, they're willing to say that, and that is so much appreciated.
So I did a thing, right? Because when I was looking around the internet today, I found I just kept finding the same shit over and over. So I actually had found like reviews on Amazon because they posted
I was gonna say
Well, I
that.
screenshotted some of them
Oh,
because I
yay.
wanted to read some of these reviews because just how like I'm not trying to highlight just the good,
Right.
but it's an astounding amount of good.
I'm so glad you did, because I was almost going to, and I was like, no, I'll just mention it.
Sorry, I got you.
Awesome.
So this one just says, this is the headline is, I'm a loyal fan of Paranormal Nightmare and the Fourman brothers. And it says, I've been watching Paranormal Nightmare and Chasing Evil for months since I came across the channels on YouTube. I never saw investigators so professional, humble, genuine, and out to help people going through a terrifying haunting in a way that they do. That's what I like the most about the show. There's always going to be the naysayers out there, but people can say what they want. These guys are doing things right. It takes patience, dedication, and time to capture this evidence, and it takes special people to set their egos aside to help people. It's plain to see that their hearts are in this. Give Paranormal Nightmare a watch and become part of their loyal fan base. And that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yay.
this is the kind of stuff. I got 2 more. No goofy reenactors here. So this is all like really reiterating the stuff we've already said.
Yeah.
Because I love the Fourman brothers' investigations. They know what they are doing, and their main goal is to help people. As a lifelong, over 40 years, paranormal enthusiast, these guys are in my top 3 favorites. I hope to see many more episodes in the near future. And one more. I really love the title of this one.
Okay.
The title says, I love sweet pickles. Oh, and the Fourman brothers too. And it was pickles, so I thought of you.
I love pickles.
I know. It says, oh, how I love the Fourman brothers. I've been watching them since way back in the day, and I'd wondered why there hadn't been anything from them lately on YouTube. Check out more investigations by the Fourman brothers there. Well, now, I know, and congratulations to Shaun, Rocky, and Josh, but it's still great to see the fame hasn't gotten to Shaun's head. He still runs like a girl and hides behind his brother when something scares him. Now excuse me while I go have some sweet pickles, and I'm craving them for some odd reason. Sounds like somebody's pregnant. But that was like, I made a note from earlier too, and it was that Shaun is scared of the dark.
Yeah.
Now look,
Well,
I'm not.
He said that in
Yeah.
that podcast. He is like, I've always been terrified of the dark, even as a grown ass man.
I'm not going to throw any shade on him because guess what? I'm afraid of the dark too. There's too many possibilities for something to be there.
Yeah, it does get crazy, and you know, those reviews kind of led into like the second part. They went from that very first YouTube page, the Fourman brother or the Fourman04. I don't know why I keep saying that. So the second part of that, they started a Paranormal Nightmare TV series, which was what some of those reviews were obviously from. Those people were probably watching their previous YouTube channel, and they just kind of stopped posting.
That's where
on
we
there.
found them. That's where we had found them.
What?
Was from the Paranormal Nightmare TV.
Yes.
We are not like day one watchers of this show.
And they had brought up their other page in one of those
I don't
videos.
remember how we even found them. I think it was a suggested thing that came up when we were watching something else.
Yeah, I think so too. And we were like, oh, what's Paranormal Nightmare TV series? Because
Exactly.
we were trying to like pick out a few that we'd actually kind of follow and watch. And we had some
That we stopped watching.
We stopped watching because we were just like, yeah, no. They just took a wrong turn, and we found these guys, and they are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They just are. They are awesome.
Well, they give that super legitimate feel. That's why.
Yeah.
Because like I said earlier, it's that they're not afraid to post when something doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think above and beyond anything that anyone else does, that speaks volumes, because that shows, damn you phone. Oh, it's my cousin from Texas. Hey, Jenny. But that's what shows the most. Like, if you're willing to post a video of nothing,
Yeah.
then you're clearly investigating,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
Because
And
it'd be a
you're,
waste
like,
of time if you weren't.
You're in it to win it, you know?
Exactly.
And I thoroughly appreciate that. And I want to, like, we didn't just start watching them. We've been watching them for a couple years now. We've watched them from the videos. Do you remember when they had those, like, PVC pipe harnesses to hold the cameras and walk around?
It took me a second to remember that, but yes.
Do you
yes,
remember that?
yeah.
And, like, that was years ago. Because
Yeah.
now they have, like, the super
Real stuff.
awesome equipment,
Yeah, they have
you
real
know,
stuff.
that can, like,
I
have
forgot
swivel
all about
camera.
that.
Yeah, I was thinking about that today.
Dedication, that's when you're really making your own shit.
Yeah, they made like a PVC harness to go around the camera guy just to hold the
That
camera
was
so
Rocky,
they could do
man.
that. It was, and Rocky's always been the cameraman. I mean, they each take turns, Josh and Sean.
Well, they all have
camera and
handy
stuff,
cams.
but
I mean, that's the
Yeah.
investigator way. But Rocky, if you ever hear this, let me know. What was it like carrying that thing around? Was it awkward? Was
oh
it
my
bad?
God.
I'd love to know.
I always thought like, God, that's got to be so uncomfortable.
It'd be so bad.
Oh.
PVC pipe can't be. Well, I don't know. Maybe it is comfortable. I don't know. It's not very heavy. I don't know. I just want to know. Do you still have it? Can I borrow it?
No, that would be super cool. So their third thing on the list is called Chasing Evil. Now, Chasing Evil was like a
It's
a
all right.
documentary, right?
I mean, it's just like the Paranormal Nightmare TV series, but instead of focusing on the paranormal, it's more focused on like missing person cases.
Killer on a High Bridge. I remember seeing that one. Killer on a High Bridge, where these two girls just disappeared off of a bridge. Their mom was supposed to come pick them up, and like they were out in like rural. I can't even say that word.
Rural.
Rural area, and they were on a high bridge, obviously, but they just disappeared. They were two young teenage girls, and when their parents came to pick them up, like they were just gone. And
Well, they had that video footage too. Remember it was like
they did a Snapchat. That's what it was. The girls did a Snapchat.
there was a video of that guy.
Yeah.
Remember, and it was like very ominous and weird and like super short.
Mm-hmm.
But they believed that was the guy who had something to do with it, and I still don't think they've ever found anything out either.
They found the bodies.
I mean, the guy though.
Oh,
I know
no.
they found.
No, I don't
I'm
think
pretty
they've
sure they
ever
found the
caught
bodies.
him.
I just meant like they haven't solved it. Like who did it?
Yeah, I think it was. I could be wrong, but maybe a week or two later, they found the bodies not even a mile downstream.
I don't remember, honestly.
But the Foreman brothers went out there, and they
Hmm.
basically kind of walked where the girls walked and did spirit boxes and things like that to, kind of help solve a case, and if the girls could shed any light from the other side onto what happened. And
Well,
so
there was a lot of
there's-
paranormal aspect to it, like because in the beginning it read to me like, oh, it was just like they were going to help investigate like like missing people's cases, but then they brought a lot of the paranormal investigation tools and
Yeah.
tactics into it, which was cool because I didn't want to watch it at first because I was like, okay, I understand what they're doing, but this isn't really my forte.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not saying like I don't support people helping looking for people. Of course I do. I was looking for paranormal shit.
Right.
So when they actually brought that level into it because the girls were already deceased, like I was like, okay, this makes a lot of sense now.
Mhm.
But it's super cool. I mean,
is.
don't
It's
pass it
neat.
over. If you see it, watch it.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy it.
It is cool, and I know that they've worked on many different actual missing persons cases, like those girls that obviously died and they were murdered. But they help with actual people that are missing. There's like they just vanish, like nothing ever came of it. They never found anybody, and I think that's also like a super cool bonus side to what they do and what the paranormal can do, especially paranormal investigators and people who are just in that field. It's not just one thing, and they kind of tap into all of it, and I enjoy that.
Yeah, I agree. It's cool. I enjoy that they don't just stick to one lane, that they kind of help out a
Right.
little bit. You don't have to be so gentle turning the page. I'm sure people know you write stuff down. It's okay.
So there was another thing for Paranormal Nightmare TV. The first one in the very beginning that I read was for Living Dead Paranormal, But this little paragraph that I found was from Paranormal Nightmare TV, and it is a series that documents the Fourman brothers as they travel the country, helping families trapped in violent hauntings. Each episode documents the family's real-life struggles dealing with aggressive and dark spirits. The brothers spend the night at each location, filming and documenting paranormal evidence before cleansing the home. The real-life docuseries was some of the most compelling paranormal evidence ever documented. So they're probably one of the first that I have seen that cleanse themselves, and so often, cleanse like the homes that they're in. I know you have different feelings on this.
Was my face good?
But it's, I don't know.
I
can't really see your face. You're looking in your phone.
I don't hate it. It's not, what am I trying to say? It's not my belief system.
No,
okay?
And I get that. But I'm just saying.
So I don't hate that they're trying to do something positive on the exit. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't read well for me.
But I'm just saying, out of all the paranormal stuff that we've watched, how many of them do you see least attempt to try and do something positive?
Like I said, I'm not disagreeing with it.
No, I know.
It's not my belief system.
Yeah.
So that's usually where I tune out.
But it's very interesting that they at least try to put a positive spin or help in another way than just being there and getting answers.
Sorry, I was looking for that PDF I downloaded earlier because I wanted to read that super epic, what is it, like, the stuff about the show that I had to get my glasses for.
Yeah.
I want to read that at some point because it sounds so epic.
I know, it does.
Definitely going to need my glasses for that, though.
Okay. I think we can handle that. So I think Steven's going to read off like where they have been featured because I thought at the beginning that they were just on YouTube.
No, they've been featured on Discovery Channel's Destination America and the TV show A Haunting. It was called Ghost Fury. And you can find all those videos actually on the Fourman04. We've seen, I'm pretty sure, all of them. Mm-hmm. I couldn't tell you exactly which ones are those shows or anything. But, I mean, it's cool because they aren't just based on YouTube. I mean, YouTube, I guarantee, is definitely their main platform, but they've been everywhere. It blows my mind that they've been around as long as these other big-name paranormal groups, but they just haven't seemed to gain the same traction. But, again, like I said, the networks only want you if you're willing to
boost stuff up for ratings.
Because you got to make shit up. You got to keep the ratings up.
Yeah.
So YouTube is a perfect place for them. Really.
Yeah, it is. And, I was shocked today. I didn't even know they were on Amazon Prime.
I didn't either.
I was like, what?
Honest.
Like, that's awesome. I had no idea. Like, that is so cool.
Yeah, it was weird. Because we've only ever watched them on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think...
And they don't mention any of that, like, in any of their videos
I haven't
watched. Maybe they do, like, in their lives. Because
Maybe.
we tend to not watch a lot of those.
Maybe. I don't know. Because I don't think they really started doing the lives that much until recently. I'd have to go back and watch again.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have just been something we weren't paying attention to or something we were just like, oh, maybe I'll check that out later.
Yeah.
But I mean, there was really no reason for us to.
Yeah.
Because
we just watch it all on
we
YouTube.
never had a problem finding anything that they do.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if it had been an issue, then maybe we'd come across it. But they seem pretty, like, transparent with their shit. Like, they just put it all in one place. And even if it's something they've done somewhere else, or I don't know. I've never had a problem watching their stuff.
Right. And I enjoy how thorough they are without being, like, rude, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, super provoking and things like that.
I love the interviews because sometimes, all right, I know it's like an editing thing, so I mean, I'm not going to razz them too much, but it almost seems very deadpan.
Oh, you mean like the interviews of the, like, residential people?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because it's like they edit out basically them asking the questions.
Right, so it's just that one person
So it just
talking.
looks like them talking, and almost like Josh is like, which is fine. I mean, it's just an interview portion.
Yeah.
But I always find it kind of funny.
Yeah, because like, they're going through all of these things, and they're, like, recounting all of these things that have happened to them, but that's not just one long
But they always leave in, like,
thing.
the little parts, like, It's probably like a part like right after Josh asks a question or something, but they don't get the question. They just get him kind of like staring at the person.